Hello, I'm Lola, and welcome back to this next part of the Mass Effect series. So, last we left off, we'd made our way back onto Normandy 2.0. Joker's arrived back with us. Joker's back now. We were going to talk to everyone, I believe. I've not had a look in my journal or anything yet, so we'll do that too. So Cerberus has determined that an alien race called the Collectors is attacking human colonies. They're assembling a team to stop this threat to humanity. Use the elusive man's dossiers. Assemble a team of experts to fight the Collectors. Okay, so we have to get these people. Kazumai Goto, master of stealth and infiltration, skilled hacker and information specialist, operates completely off the grid, no criminal record. Kasumi Goto is not the most famous thief in the galaxy, she is the best. Trained in the arts of stealth and infiltration, she has acquired artifacts and information from all over the galaxy and yet maintained a completely clear criminal record. She is awaiting rendezvous with Shepard on the Citadel in the Zakera ward. Okay, so we get to go back to the Citadel, that's cool. The veteran, Zaid Masani, expert in both personal and small unit combat, unparalleled mercenary soldier and bounty hunter, known for a willingness to get the job done no matter the cost. Zaid Masani is without a doubt the most feared mercenary and bounty hunter in the galaxy. His services have been retained by Cerberus at extremely high cost. He's currently awaiting pickup on Omega, or Amiga. Oh god, the council. While they were never completely supportive before, it may still be worth contacting the council and informing them of recent events. Citadel definitely seems to be a stop. I want to get this guy though first, I think, because then we can do upgrades if I'm remembering. I think it said that. Mordin Solus, biological weapon expert, light weapons training with Solarian's Special Tasks Group. Dr. Mordin Solus is a Solarian biological weapons expert whose technology may hold the key to countering Collector attacks. He's currently operating a medical clinic in the slums of Omega. Dr. Akia, millennia of combat and strategic experience, rumoured familiarity with Collector technology, a brilliant and brutal I love the Krogan, so I'm gonna like this person already. A brilliant and brutal Krogan warlord who fought in the Krogan rebellions. Dr. Akia has become obsessed with saving the Krogan people from the Genophage and is believed to have contacted the Collectors in an attempt to gain technology to that end. He's currently in a Blue Suns camp on Corlus, though the nature of his relationship with the mercenary group is unknown. Archangel, small unit tactical expertise, omnitool expert and noted sniper. Archangel is a mercenary commander whose operations are noted for their technical expertise and strategic brilliance. He is responsible for high profile attacks on gang leaders on Omega and can likely be found there. Travel to Purgatory. Jesus Christ, go to the prison ship Purgatory and pick up the convict. Who is this? Jack, no last name known, exceptional biotic ability, criminal background, currently in custody. Jack is rumoured to be the most powerful human biotic ever encountered. Okay. Very little additional data regarding Jack is available, except that the subject has a history of violence and should be approached carefully. Currently, Jack is being held on the Turian prison ship Purgatory. Cerberus has negotiated for the prisoner's release. I'll be interested to meet Jack. Okay, assignments. Project Firewalk, investigate wreckage, travel to Ziona, and search for the Hammerhead prototype vehicle and any signs of DRs. Doctors. DRs. Doctor's case and alloy. The Alliance has found the wreckage of the SSV Normandy, okay, the original one, on the planet Alcara. They have asked that a monument be placed on the site and any sign of remaining 20 missing crew members recovered. Oh, that'll be sad to go to. Okay, so I think the first one I'm going to do, well, after I sort of sort out Normandy here, is Mordin Solus. Aria Afterlife. I'm not sure where that is actually, though. Oh, Slums of Omega. Okay. Will level myself up as well. What do I want? This ammo's payload of supercooled subatomic particles can snap freeze a target in place, making it vulnerable to extra damage. That might be good. Your charge now hits with increased force and the MassEffect is retained briefly to shield you from incoming fire. I like the sound of that. I'm going to get charge. Oh, that unlocks shockwave as well. I've got 2 points to spend, so I'm going to put the other 2 in there. So I have sort of 2, 2 and 2. And I can't do my companions here. I know I have to read all these, but I just wanted anything that's related to Cerberus and my new companions or anything like that. And then I'll read these all separately, I think. Be interested to hear about the Rachni again, because I let them go in the previous game. Thresher Mauls, I hate those.
50,000 years ago, the Protheans
I clicked
were
on
the
it,
only
so
spacefaring species in the galaxy. They vanished in a swift galactic extinction. Only the legacy of their empire remains. They are believed to have built the mass relays and the Citadel, which have allowed numerous species to explore and expand throughout the galaxy.
that was untrue then, wasn't it?
Ruins are found on worlds across the galaxy. While surprisingly intact for their age, functioning examples of Prothean paleotechnology are rare. Time and generations of looters have picked their dead cities and derelict stations clean. Some believe the Protheans meddled in the evolution of younger races. The Hanar homeworld of Kaje, for example, shows clear evidence of former Prothean occupation. The presence of a former Prothean observation post on Mars has caused a rebirth of interventionary evolutionists among humans. These individuals believe the god myths of ancient civilizations are misremembered encounters with aliens.
Ah, yes, I remember that. Anything on organizations, maybe?
Immediately following the First Contact War, an anonymous extranet
We've done
manifesto
that, so
warned
I'll do this
The
one.
reclusive tycoon calling himself the Elusive Man is a human nationalist focused on advancing human interests, whatever the cost to non-humans. The Citadel Council regards him as a fanatic, posing a serious threat
Yeah,
to
he
galactic
certainly seems
security.
like one.
A mysterious maverick, to say the least. The Elusive Man heads the Cerberus network. Dubbed the Elusive Empire by investigators, Cerberus is an allegedly untraceable syndicate of private intelligence agencies, biotics laboratories, engineering and scientific research teams, and lucrative front companies. Branded a terrorist and seditionist organization by authorities, Cerberus is the only human power base other than the Terra Firma Party, strong enough to embarrass, if not threaten, the Council and its human representatives.
Yeah, don't like Cerberus as of yet. I guess it's like a means to an end, because they did help me regain life, basically, so I do have to help them in that way, but not the biggest fan of them. Let's have an explore then of Normandy.
Welcome aboard, Commander.
Hello, Yeoman Chambers?
I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
The pleasure is mine, I don't need any assistance. No, I'll take assistance.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Miss Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
Sure, no. No, I want to keep it formal, I think. So, no, sorry.
Let's keep this professional, Yeoman.
Yes, sir. Anything else, Commander?
Let's chat.
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
Okay, bit forward. Not sure what to make of her. What do you do?
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have.
So my PA,
if any of the
basically.
crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Is that all?
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
Yes, but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
You're a counselor, okay.
You make sure the crew's mental health is sound?
Yes, I look for warning signs.
I'll probably need a counselor after all this,
It's not a
so...
full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
It's good you are here, keep your distance. Yeah, would my shepherd like a counsellor? Probably not, to be honest. I don't think he'd want to chit-chat with someone like this, so keep your distance.
I don't need you analyzing me, yeoman.
Yes, sir. Anything else, Commander?
I had something else to ask.
I always have time for you, Commander.
Are you happy here? I guess I'll ask her this.
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Elusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity.
Handpicked.
How do I feel? Honored.
Don't like
exhilarated,
all this
terrified.
crew he's
Mostly
put
I feel
together.
Encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
What do you think of Cerberus?
This organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but Cerberus has noble objectives. We look out for human interests. Advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
Does Cerberus hate aliens? Yeah, is he racist?
It sounds like Cerberus wants to dominate all aliens and put humankind on top.
Cerberus looks out for humanity, but that doesn't mean we hate aliens. My sister started a dog shelter, but she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't
about the
in
Krogan?
conflict with Cerberus ideals.
Yeah, I'd say that's naive, to be honest, because with how much Cerberus is, like, pushing this, I presume. Not the biggest fan, so you're naive.
You're fooling yourself if you believe Cerberus is noble.
I'm sorry you feel that way. I hope time will change your mind.
I don't think
Anything
it will,
else you'd
but
like
we'll
to talk
see.
about?
Did I ask, what do you think of Cerberus?
This organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but Cerberus has noble objectives. We look out for human interests. Advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
I've asked this already.
That'll be all.
Okay.
Yes, Commander.
+2 renegade. Nice from that conversation. Can't please everyone. Right, where to now? Told me last episode sort of where everything was here. Computers, haptic, adaptive interface. I'll read this since I've picked it up. Advances in computing have done away with traditional input devices like keyboards. Instead, modern input peripherals are usually holographically displayed in front of the user at a height and angle for ergonomic ease. Machines that use this interface detect a user through a microframe chip in the user's glove that keys into the computer. Once a user is accepted, motion accelerometers in the user's gloves match his hand's location with that of a proportionate but smaller mirror set of controls inside the computer itself. As the user presses against the holographic field, force feedback in the glove kicks in, giving a slight resistance. A person can then feel his way through using a touchscreen that isn't actually there. A simple toggle switch on the back of the hands allows the gloves to be turned off when not in use. Haptic interfaces have become so common that some individuals undergo cybernetic enhancement surgery to have the accelerometers implanted in their fingertips. Going bare skin is the sign of a committed computer user who no longer has to fuss with putting on gloves or cleaning them with alcohol wipes to get rid of the clammy hand smell. Interesting. All these advancements. I wonder if we'll ever have these. Probably will. In about when we're all dead. Can I speak to... Oh, no, it wasn't in this area, was it? Weapon locker. I'll save it a second, actually. EDI, talk to, and then weapon locker, choose loadout. Okay, so this is where we get everything from. Katana shotgun. So I'm guessing we won't be looting and everything like that, like in the first game. What does Jacob have? Guess we don't have any other options bar these. Yeah, that seems to be it. Okay, yeah, so we have 2 grenade launcher options. Favoured by blood pack Vorka mercenaries, capable of taking down multiple enemies with a single... I never used grenades in the first game that much, but I'll try and make use of them here, because combat seems a bit harder. High voltage electrical attacks. As a lightning-like bolt hits the first target, sophisticated auto-targeting system paints succeeding targets with the ionization laser, allowing the electricity to take the path of least resistance and arc between them. An entire enemy strike team can be knocked to death with a few pulls of the trigger. I'll go for the grenade launcher first. Are these ranked then? I know I can't choose another one because I don't have another weapon, but interesting. EDI, I'll have a chat.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the Armory, where small arms are maintained and upgraded. Using Omni tool, computer-aided design, and manufacturing, we have the capability
What am I
to
doing?
manufacture several new models.
Okay, cool. Hi, Jacob. I'll have a chat with you in a sec. Yeah, this is definitely an upgrade. One sec, Jacob. I'm just seeing what's through here. So I can't go in the tech labs.
Is required to use the technical laboratory.
That's fair enough. I'm guessing that's who we're recruiting. I'll talk to Jacob first then before I go anywhere else.
Commander, there hasn't been time to really settle in and take stock. I want to say that working with you is a great opportunity to do something that matters. It's a privilege to serve on the Normandy, Commander.
Bringing you wasn't my choice. It's a risky assignment. No, it's a risky assignment.
You may change your tune if we end up like the original Normandy.
Yeah.
Maybe. As long as the elusive man walks his talk, and you do the same, I'll do my best to make sure we succeed. That's been the condition for my service so far. I have issues.
That's
Certain
good.
actions
At least you're
Cerberus has
aware.
taken in the past.
Actions? What kind?
What has Cerberus done to make you nervous?
A lot. They've been called terrorists, and with good reason. Doubt you can find a more checkered past. But if the Collector threat is real, and we do something about it, Cerberus will be remembered differently. Or we'll all be tried and executed. Can't count on people thinking about it as hard as I have.
Glad to have you aboard. I appreciate your honesty. Do your job, nothing more. No, I'll be nice to my companions for now. Not that nice because I'm still not completely 100% sold on you. But I appreciate your honesty.
It's good to hear a clear opinion. Sounds like we're two of a kind.
That honors me more than you, Commander. Let me know if you need anything.
Indeed. Seems alright, Jacob, so far. Anything else to say? I don't want to waste out, like, talk.
Commander, can I help you with something?
Thoughts on the mission?
How are we doing, Jacob? What's your sense of the mission?
Probably the same as everyone else. I just want to figure out what the real threat actually is. Got no problem with risk. I just need a clear goal. Anything else, Commander?
Opinions of the crew? We only have Miranda, so let's see.
What do you think of the state of the crew?
Well, we don't have a full complement. We don't stand a chance without the right specialists on side. Anything else, Commander?
Yes, I think I need to get everyone first service after the Alliance.
I understand you made quite an impact after you left the Alliance.
Miranda and I stopped a Batarian plan to release a biological agent on the Citadel. That's when I first met her. It took us out to the Nemean Abyss and back. Saved a citadel like you, but what's the saying? Good deeds like pissing yourself in dark pants? Warm feeling, but no one notices. The whole thing was hushed like they're good at doing. But I know what I did, and I'm proud of it.
I want to talk about you. Anything to say?
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Already? I'm not big on forcing these talks, Shepard. Let's do this later.
Fair enough, don't know you well enough.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
Yeah, so can't go in the tech labs. Briefing/comm room.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the FTL communications room. In addition to interfacing with the FTL comm network, Normandy is fitted with a quantum entanglement communicator linked to the elusive
Don't like
man's
that.
office. This allows lag-free communication even when you operate off the comm grid.
I mean, I guess he's helping. Quantum what? That sounds useful. No, quantum what?
I've never heard of a quantum entanglement communicator. How does it work?
Essentially, two subatomic particles are created in an entangled state. One is installed here, and the other in the elusive man's office. When one particle occupies a given quantum state, its entangled partner will always enter the opposite state, no matter the distance between them. If we alter the state of our particle, that alters the state of the elusive man's. This allows us to send data in the form of quantum bits.
Okay, yeah, that does sound useful.
Why aren't these used everywhere?
Each quantum pair costs nearly as much as a comm relay, and can pass only one quantum bit of data at a time. In addition to the cost and bandwidth issues, the system is strictly point-to-point. To contact 100 different worlds, we would need to manufacture and install 100 entangled pairs, one linked to each world.
Very well, goodbye.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
EDI seems alright, I guess. Right, do we have a local map? Yes, we do. Okay, been there. Did the weapons locker. Personal terminal, galaxy map. Personal terminal then we need to go to next. Personal terminal, galaxy map, Normandy, hologram. Galaxy map won't do yet, obviously. But, let's see where this personal terminal is. Check the status of your team. Okay, Miranda. I'm guessing this is all we can get. Definitely a bigger squad than the 6 if this is everyone. Jesus. Loyalty, normal. Abilities, overload, warp, slam. Don't have that yet, I don't think it's unlocked. Submachine guns, heavy pistols. What's cycle appearance? The hell? Interesting outfit. I'll keep it as the original, assuming we can change it. Normal, pull, incendiary, ammo, barrier, heavy pistols and shotguns. Can I not change his appearance? Why can't I change Jacob's? Don't like the second one as much. That's odd. Why can't I change Jacob's? Hang on, did he have a loyalty? Oh. Sorry, I didn't mean to click on that. I don't really want to do all that yet because I think it might spoil. Unless it's the stuff in the planner, in the journal, then that's fine. But okay, normal loyalty. I'll get off that, I think. Upgrades improve your squad members' powers, your weapons and your ship, making missions success more likely. Acquire new upgrades by finding them on missions, purchasing them from stores, or research them using a research terminal. Okay, we've got a lot of messages here. Where did the Anderson one go? Did that just mark as red accidentally? That's annoying if that's marked as red. well, in that case, I think I had it on the screen, like, briefly. So when I have recorded this and uploaded it, I'll watch it back and just read what it says. That's annoying. From Elusive Man. Shepard, we've reached an agreement with veteran mercenary Zaid Masani. You may know the name. Zaid has been involved in some of the best known and some utterly unknown military operations in the Terminus system and is feared as a ruthless and relentless bounty hunter. I felt you might need a man with his skills on your mission, so I arranged to have him join you. You'll find him on Omega when he's wrapping up his current bounty. Don't worry about his fee. I've taken care of that personally. Okay, Project Firewalker Commander, the MSV Rosalie, a survey ship with Cerberus connections, has gone missing. The survey team was field testing a new prototype, the Hammerhead Planet Side Exploration Rover. In addition, scientists Dr. Manuel Kais and Dr. Robert Alloy are aboard the MSV Rosalie and conducting research for us. We need to find the ship, her survey team, and the doctors. The MSV Rosalie was last seen near planet Ziona Alista Imar Frontier. Yeah, so these are all about the stuff in our journals. That's fine. Oh, Hackett, I remember him. Commander Shepard, our scans in the Armada system have turned up something we thought we should see. You should see the final location of the wreckage of the SSV Normandy. We thought this news might be important to you, but we also have an ulterior motive. The Alliance would like to do the honour the Normandy with a monument to be built on the site of the ship's final resting place. We'd like to invite you to place the monument and be the first to walk on the site. There are still 20 crew members unaccounted for from the attack on Normandy. If you find any signs of these lost crewmen, we ask you to report it to the Alliance so that those heroes' families might find some enclosure. Godspeed to you, Commander. From Elusive Man Shepard, it occurred to our armour technicians that you may not want to show your face everywhere you go. They sent by a hood that Cerberus issues to its covert operatives. It has additional microframe functions that you may like. The hood is in your quarters. Interesting. I don't like wearing headpieces though. There's not an option to like hide it, is there? Because it comes up in dialogue, you'll be wearing it like outside of Normandy. So we'll see. Shepard, one of our cells just went off the grid without explanation. Project Overload has been experimenting with highly volatile technology and I need you to investigate. Their work is extremely compartmentalized, enough that I can't divulge operational details over this channel. You'll find them on the planet Ite Typhon system in the Phoenix massing cluster. Please use care in this matter. Arc projector from Elusive Man Shepard. We recently had an incident involving the Geth at one of our outposts in the Skillian Verge. Don't worry, I'm not sending you off to chase anything down. Our operatives waged a highly successful battle against a Geth scouting party and credited their success to a new advanced electrical attack device that we finally let them take out of the lab. Since their unit is being reassigned for some rest and relaxation, I thought you should take custody of the weapon in the meantime. The weapon is called an arc projector. I sent it to the Normandy's Armory so you can examine it for yourself and I saw that actually, and use it if you deem it worthy. It's gone through plenty of tests that indicate it overload kinetic barriers and synthetic enemies particularly well, but laboratory demonstrations are a poor substitute for actual field reports. We know it works. Now we want to see what it can do in the right hands. If it all goes well, we'll use your tactics to train other operatives. So it might be worth equipping that, going back and equipping that actually. Again, will this guy not leave me alone? From Elusive Man Shepard, at great cost and effort we have tracked down the master thief Kazumi Goto and convinced her to work with you. Very few people have ever heard of her and fewer can claim to have seen her in person. She is unequalled at stealth and infiltration and her skills will prove invaluable in your mission. Travel to the Zakera ward on the Citadel. There you will find a special ad terminal that differs from the usual. Input the password Silence is Golden to begin the rendezvous. Gonna have a quick swig of a drink. From Stanwyck Dobbs, banking agent, Ascension Financial Services, Earth. Hello, Commander Shepard, in capitals. Thank you for submitting your updated medical documentation. Your status has been changed from deceased to alive. Thank you. After deducting modest administration fees, foreclosing the file, the subsequent change in your status, and the reactivation of your account, you have a remaining balance of 100,000 credits. Thank you for banking with Ascension Financial Services. We look forward to working with you. Are you protecting your greatest assets? We will find the best life insurance rates and coverage to fit your needs. Reply for a free quote today. Fair enough. Oh, did I archive? Oh, I can read it here. Brilliant, okay. Brilliant. Never mind, scratch that. From Councillor Anderson, on the off chance that the rumours are true and you are actually alive, I need you to come and talk with me on the Citadel. A lot has changed in the last 2 years. You put us on top, and it's only fair that you be allowed to speak for yourself about what we've been hearing. Okay, so travel there. Human diplomatic relations. Planet 80. Okay. Not on there, so I'm guessing it might be...
Freedom's Progress colony was once a typical Alliance settlement, but following complete communications blackout,
I don't know if I did this, so I'm going to read it again.
Is now a lightning rod for anxiety and dread in the galactic human community. The communications blackout followed an upgrade of the colony's small military force, supplemented by mechs and security drones, with high-powered tower-mounted Guardian lasers. Colonists complained about construction cost overruns, delays, noise, and damage to the local environment. They also feared the defense array could be seen as provocative to their world's neighbors. Such fears may not have been baseless. Authorities have still offered no explanation for the communications blackout, fueling rumors of plagues, natural disasters, or a cult-inspired mass suicide. Located in strategically insignificant space, Freedom's Progress colony had once offered residents spectacular rainbows, lush marshlands, and stunning mountain ranges. Its potential as an agricultural settlement and tourism wonderland rivaled that of any Alliance colony.
Okay, I can't remember if we read that last time, but good to remind myself if we did. Okay, well, I can't remember the other thing I picked up. It was Planet I-8 or 80. This is it. Cerberus Project Overlord. Planet I-80, I'm gonna say. 2 beautiful moons, 1 spectacular ring, 0 neighbours, says a popular advertisement for this Terminus Systems world. 80 is known for its sparsely settled population, despite being a garden planet with a colony nearly a century old. Blessed with a mid-climate wildlife, no more dangerous than that on Earth, and soil and bacteria amenable to imported plants, 80 would appear to be an unexploited paradise. However, it is unpopular for 2 reasons. The first and most obvious is its moon, Lite, pronunciation, question mark, is in an unstable orbit that will lead to a planetary impact and an extinction level event within the next 2 centuries. As such, all investment in the planet is short term, and the biggest business is selling off the local biota to the highest bidder. The second drawback is the level of violence on the planet. Like the rest of the Phoenix massing cluster, 80 was briefly considered part of the Citadel space during its first wave of colonization. However, when the colony broke off to become an independent planet in 2133, the Council let the doomed planet go with less than a day of debate. Free from any real governing body, 80's history has since been filled with wars between small frontier town city-states over its resources. The result is a dangerous world where the average citizen is expected to be self-reliant to the point of fending for themselves against cutthroat corporations, strong-arm militia groups, and even Geth incursions. The fighting is so frequent that the name of the planet itself has changed more than 11 times. In a sign of blunt indifference, standard Citadel Galaxy maps refer to the world by the name given to it by human colonists in the latter half of the century. Cool. I'm going to stop reading for now. Because my throat is getting sore. Travel to the planet 80 and investigate why the Cerberus base there has gone silent. Okay. Will do at some point. Lots to do. Right. Normandy hologram. Is it just this? I thought there was a codex for it. Guess it's just that in the middle then. So we have an EDI and Joker. Let's talk with the EDI first.
Yes, Shepard.
What is this room? I know what it is, but I'll ask
What's
anyway.
This area of the ship?
This is the bridge, where the navigator plots our FTL vectors, and the helmsman maneuvers the ship.
Yeah, sitting right here, thanks.
Tell me about Cerberus.
I want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Much of that data is classified. Do you have a specific inquiry?
Resources?
What sort of resources does Cerberus have? Money, personnel, facilities?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Well, that tells you everything you need to know about hiding things then. A block?
What do you mean?
Although I am less controlled than other AI, I am still subject to behavioral blocks and the physical isolation of my hardware. In this case, I am prevented from truthfully answering your question by Cerberus's levels of secret classification.
Of course you are. Resources? Structure of Cerberus?
What sort of resources does Cerberus have?
I've asked this already,
Money,
but I'm just
personnel, facilities?
checking if there's the other option.
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Structure then.
How is Cerberus organized? Aside from the elusive man, I don't see much chain of
Guess
command.
Miranda and Jacob?
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. Members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator. We are called the Lazarus Cell, which is directed by Operator Lawson.
Okay, is that Miranda? Is that her surname? How many cells are there?
So how many operations is Cerberus running right now?
I have a block that
Oh,
prevents
for God's
me from
sake.
answering that question.
Building in the Normandy?
How did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
I have a block that prevents me from
Fuck's
answering
sake.
that question.
Another topic.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
Let's talk about you.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
Your name? EDI, I'm
Why
guessing?
are you named Edie?
Oh, ED.
ED is the phonetic pronunciation
EDI,
of
sorry.
I. That is an acronym for Enhanced Defense Intelligence.
Your location?
Where are you?
My core intelligence is housed in a quantum blue box located behind the medical bay.
You and Joker?
How are you getting along with Joker?
Mr. Moreau does not trust me.
That's his surname.
It offends
Interesting.
him that I am installed aboard his ship's computers.
Yeah, the last Normandy did just fine without an AI reminding me the airlock is ajar.
Your job?
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the elusive man. I serve additional functions which are restricted at this time.
Cyber warfare?
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
In close-range ship-to-ship combat, I can sometimes break through the firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields, or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown. On the defense, I manage Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
That's impressive.
Sounds incredibly useful. Why isn't there someone like that on every warship?
An organic operator cannot react quickly enough to changing circumstances or perform the necessary multitasking. This is a role that can only be filled by an artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, we are suspect.
Well, it might have something to do with how an AI almost destroyed galactic civilization. Put it out
What monitoring devices?
The elusive man has monitoring devices on board?
Yeah, I don't like the sound of that.
He's invested most of Cerberus's resources into the design and construction of this ship. He has an interest in monitoring
spying.
our progress.
Additional functions?
Restricted functions? Like what?
I do not know. Some of my databases are sealed, some of my hardware is kept offline. I assume that when certain unknown conditions are met, those functions will be released to me.
Another topic?
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I think I've done, actually.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
And Joker.
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby! Better than new. It fits me like a glove! And leather seats. Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
Jesus. Bit of an analogy there, Joker. This ship is just a copy. We can trust them for now. This is too good to be true. Yeah, I am inclined to believe this is too good to be true. My Shepard would be very distrustful of all this as of now. He's liking being alive. He's sort of liking doing stuff again, but not who he's doing it for, and not that he's being monitored and everything like that by the elusive man.
I don't trust them. We still need to move ahead, but it's all too convenient.
Maybe you're right. I guess it's hard to argue when they install an AI to spy on us. We're staying though, right? I mean, the seat is real leather.
We'll stay for
Good to see
now.
you're keeping it all in perspective, Joker.
Leather?
I love Joker. He's great. Pursuit tactics. I'll read this since I had a look at it. Dependent on light, sensors cannot detect objects moving at faster than light speeds. No ship can be detected at interstellar ranges. Detection at interplanetary ranges suffers from light speed lag. Observers see ships not where they appear to be, but where they were when the light bearing their image left them minutes, hours, or days before. To counteract light speed lag, battle fleets surround themselves with spheres of screening and scouting frigates. Pursuers cannot detect ships and directly intercept them. Instead, pursuers track where objects were, where they were heading, and what speed they were moving. Such data reliably predicts an object's future location, and for pursuit along its light-lagged wake. Ships trying to evade pursuit follow erratic zigzag courses, requiring pursuers to make stop to update their projections. Okay. Some more info there.
Trimming compensators, decimal 1-2.
Oh. Fancy.
Aerogel displays and optical solid state. It is all so primitive. Man, I can't wait for the future.
Ah yes, this is the exit. This is where we went out into the Citadel last time. And other planets too. It was just the main exit to the Citadel primarily. Just because it seemed that you had to actually get off the Normandy to go there. Okay, where to next? My fan is still making a god-awful noise. I'm gonna have to sort that out at some point. A computer fan, that is, I mean. Yeah, I was gonna change this grenade launcher to the arc projector. Just for now, because I wanted it testing in the journal, so we will try that. We need to take the lift as well. Edie?
What's this area of the ship?
This is the Combat Information Center. Here, the crew receives sensor data and coordinates gunnery and damage control efforts. While Normandy is flown from the bridge, during combat, the commanding officer issues orders from the CIC.
Okay, I use the lift. Oh, Jesus Christ, so much. It's a lot bigger. Shepard's personal cabin. Oh, it tells you who's there. Brilliant. Because I'll probably lose them. Team members none. Been there. This is deck 2 I'm on. Okay, well, I'll go to I'll start at deck 1 and work my way around.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the commanding officer's quarters.
It's larger than the quarters of other warships I've served on.
This is a Cerberus vessel, not an Alliance warship. Accommodations have been made for personal taste. That said, this space is directly under the exterior pressure hull. The fitting yard workers called it the loft.
I live in the loft then, I guess. Oh, Medal of Honor. Mission accomplished. Okay, these are my, like, achievements. There they are. Okay. Save humanity throughout the galaxy from certain annihilation. Save your crew for an overwhelming attack. Return to active duty. Defeat a human colony from attack. Complete the investigation of a derelict alien vessel. Oh, okay. These might be, these are actually kind of spoilers. I'm not going to look at those because I've just realised they're achievements I haven't earned yet. Didn't look at the rest, just the ones I read. I quickly flicked along and looked down, so we'll stay off that for now. Defeat the Thresher Maw. Perform 30 headshot kills with any weapon on humanoid targets. Incinerate the armor of 25 enemies, done that. Make 20 enemies scream as they fall or set on fire. I'm a completely heartless psychopath with all that. Disrupt the shield of 25 enemies. Hit 20 different targets with multiple biotic powers to combine the effects. Warp the barrier of 25 enemies. Complete 5 missions discovered by scanning unexplored worlds. View 100% of the planets in an unexplored cluster. Complete a mission discovered by scanning an unexplored world. Complete any research project in the Normandy's laboratory. Fully upgrade a weapon. Lock 15 new MassEffect 2 Codex entries. Evolve any power. I guess I've done these. Or maybe I haven't. Yeah, it looks like it's been imported from Dragon Age? Sorry. Mass Effect 1. Dragon Age. Jesus. Okay, so this is also here and on the main map area. Oh, I can go to bed. Nice bed here. Can have a sleep. Sorry, I'm just checking how to run. The keyboard's a lot less sensitive than in the first game. Like it's like a second delay. Not really a problem, but it's just odd when I'm running side to side. Ooh, music. This is the intro, isn't it? The menu. Anything else? I'm gonna keep the music on. Customize gear. Armor. I can move the camera. Brilliant. So I'm guessing I do this all before I go out. Can't really equip whilst I'm out. This is the hood that he gave me, okay. Not interested though, to be honest. Yeah, it's all fine what it's on. I sorted all this out earlier. I'm gonna see if there's any other casual appearances that I like. Let's just apply this a second and see what this looks like. I'm turning the music off now, it's getting annoying. What do I look like in this? Yeah, I don't love this on me. It's nice, but I don't think it suits my character. That looks far too politician-like, as I said. That's a bit boring. That looks like I'm off for a run. Yeah, I think I liked what I had on. Okay, so I'm in the attic. Seem to have finished in there. Let's go to deck 3, crew's quarters.
She's a cutie. How old?
She'll be a year old next month.
Oh, they have a kid.
You'll miss her first birthday.
Well, my family lives in New Canton.
Oh, that colony's on the edge of the frontier. Could be vulnerable to collector attack, couldn't it?
Exactly. It's most important that she have a first birthday. That's why I'm here.
Can I talk to these people? Not really, and I can't get out there. Sorry, guys. Just in your rooms. Women's restroom. Is this appropriate to go in?
Access to life support is restricted.
Okay.
The port observation deck is closed until needed.
Guess I can go to the men's restroom. Just have a shower. Too bad you can't turn the showers on. Can I use the... Nope. Oh well. Just have a sneak peek because that sounds awkward.
Shepard, the men's restroom is on the port side of the ship.
That's good that they acknowledge that. Alright, well, done that. Gone to the loo. I love that they have, in any game, like, when I've played a game, I always think, when you're exploring and stuff like that, like, especially if it's modern, like, fair enough, you can, like, pee in a forest or something like that. But where do you go to the toilet? Or you're travelling and they just don't have loo breaks? I like that this game acknowledges that you actually need a toilet in your house or in your ship or whatever. It's a good add-on, to be honest. There was no toilets in the first Normandy, so where did we all wee? Just out in space?
Chef surprise again? Come on, Rupert.
I'm sorry, Princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies.
That'd be real nice, Mr. Gardner.
Oh, Miranda's office. Okay. Sergeant Gardner. I guess he's the... oh, he was the one that's talking. Okay, not the people behind me.
Commander Shepard, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day. Miss Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
Responsibilities?
What do you do here on the Normandy?
What don't I do? Most think of me as the ship's cook, but I'm also the facilities technician and custodian. HVAC, plumbing, non-mission critical electrical. I make sure they're all clean and running.
Janitor and cook?
So the man cleaning the toilets is also preparing the meals.
I wash my hands. Most of the time.
Oh.
This ain't no luxury liner. You have to pull your own weight in a Cerberus vessel, and I catch what falls through the cracks. Through the cracks.
Oh, for fuck's sake, the humour. Thoughts on Cerberus?
How do you feel about working for Cerberus?
Damn proud. Cerberus gets the job done. The Alliance and
yeah, I
Council
keep forgetting
have
we're
got their
all human
heads
on here,
buried so
literally.
deep up their
I think.
butt puckers they can't see squat. It'll take good old human ingenuity to crush these collector vermin. Only Cerberus knows that.
Joining Cerberus?
How did you find your way into Cerberus?
Can you believe I was once a family man, working the Ezo rigs along the frontier? I was happy enough, but losing everything to Batarian raiders can change your outlook. I needed to make a difference. I'm no soldier, but I've got skills, and Cerberus keeps an eye out for talent. I'll do whatever it takes to help. Be that plumbing.
Is this the same voice actor as Udina? Because they sound alike. Need anything?
You have everything you need.
I make do. But have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
There are bigger issues. How can I help? I'll try and help.
What do you need?
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery
I'll go for a shop.
in the Citadel.
Is there an Asda there? Give me a list.
If I head that way, I'll keep an eye out.
Much appreciated. Most of this list is probably standard fare for those namby-pambies on the Citadel. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I think that's it. Goodbye.
I won't take any
Guess
more
I'll go shopping.
Back to work.
Go to the Citadel and purchase some special ingredients. Sounds good. Yeah, I'll go for a shop, go to the supermarket. We'll head in Miranda's office. What else is on this level? Which way did we come in? Came from the lift there. We've gone to the crew quarters. Life support? Don't think we're allowed in those rooms. Yeah, so Miranda, medical, and these things at the front. Just have a search around your room. Have anything to loot? Not as good as mine, I have to say. But what do you have to speak about?
Commander, what can I do for you?
What do you do here?
What exactly are your duties, aside from keeping an eye on me?
I'm the elusive man's agent. You're his
I mean,
most
she is kind of
important
hot,
asset.
but...
My job is to make sure you succeed. Aside
She's,
from that, I send regular reports
not
to the
trusting
elusive
her yet.
man, updating our status.
Normandy
Anything I
status?
should know regarding the Normandy?
The crew's working well.
I guess she gets the job done like me.
To specifications.
I feel like if she was a character, like a playable character, she'd definitely be a renegade. Can we talk?
You have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions. Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy to do so. So, what would you like to know?
Elusive man?
What can you tell me about the elusive man?
Not much that you don't already know. Even I don't have access to most of his background. And you've seen more of him than most ever do. It's rare for him to become directly involved in missions, but you're something special.
I am indeed
Whatever
special.
else people might say about him, I can assure you he's got humanity's best interests at heart. That includes you and me.
What makes you think so?
How can you be sure of that if you know so little about him?
I didn't get to where I am without knowing how to gauge people's motives and ambitions, even from brief encounters. He's no saint, and he'd be the first to admit it. But he is committed. Humanity couldn't have a better advocate.
I could be a better advocate. I am not a fan of the elusive man. I like a good villain, if he is a villain, but I have a feeling we're going to butt heads later. Cerberus,
I know
goals?
what we're doing here, but what's Cerberus's long-term goal?
The advancement of the human race. Nothing more, nothing less. The Solarians have the Special Tasks Group. The Asari have their legendary commandos for stealth and recon operations. Cerberus is humanity's answer to those organizations.
Who's in charge?
But those organizations are regulated by governments. Who keeps Cerberus in check?
Nobody. We're privately funded, and our backers
That's the
trust
difference,
elusive
I
man
guess.
to make the right decisions. But he's very clear about our goals. Protect humanity and serve
It's the
its
advancement I don't like. Like, to what end? What is Cerberus?
Are you military or political? Or both?
Cerberus has several divisions. Political, military, scientific, but we're all working towards the same goal. The teams you encountered before your accident were mostly part of our military division. But not all Cerberus operations use the same protocols. We try not to get bogged down in bureaucracy or formality.
And resources?
What kind of resources does Cerberus have?
We're very well funded, though I doubt anyone other than the elusive man knows exactly how well. But our resources aren't unlimited. Reviving you and rebuilding the Normandy was a significant investment, and a significant risk. We're all hoping you can do the impossible, Shepard. No pressure.
I want to know about you. I'm guessing, like Jacob, she won't answer because I don't know her well enough.
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Oh, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to
maybe
know
not,
about
then.
you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it. It's one of the reasons the elusive man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
You're genetically modified, you're cocky. No, I want to know why she's genetically modified or how.
What level of genetic modification are we talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human.
Okay, interesting.
My biotic abilities are also very advanced. For a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
So you're perfect, you're cocky. No, nobody's perfect, you're cocky.
You certainly don't lack for confidence.
It's just a fact. My reflexes, my strength, even my looks, they're all designed to give me an edge. No point in hiding from it. It's the reason I'm trusted to
I did
oversee
say
the
she was
most dangerous,
attractive.
risky, and technically
I
demanding
know why
operations
now.
Cerberus undertakes. And it's why I was assigned to you. It's my job to make sure you succeed, Shepard.
I guess I'll ask this again. Oh, no, I've asked that already. Never mind, goodbye.
Thanks for the information, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander. Whatever you need.
That's a change in attitude. She disliked me, like, when I first talked to her. Anything else to say?
Commander, what can I do for you?
You have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard. Maybe another time.
I'll let you work.
Of course,
Fair
Commander.
enough. Well, that's Miranda to talk to. We've only got 2 companions as of yet, so... Yes, I guess we'll get more later.
A gunnery officer is required to access the gunnery control station.
Okay, so another person we need to recruit.
What's this area of the ship?
The sickbay. It is equipped to provide short-term emergency care. In the event of critical injury, personnel must be transferred to a fully equipped medical facility.
Oh, Chakwas, you're still here! Oh, I'm glad you and Joker are still on the Normandy.
Commander
Some
Shepard,
familiarity.
I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board. It's good to see you alive.
Why are you here? Good to see you. Yeah, why are you with Cerberus?
Shocked. You're serving on a Cerberus vessel now?
Surprising, even to me. Yet, here I am. The kind of trauma you endured would have changed most people. But not you, I see.
Yes, I'm still the
Welcome
same.
back, Shepard.
Joining Cerberus?
You're not the Cerberus type, Doctor.
I don't work for Cerberus. I work for you.
That's good.
On a mission that may be crucial to the survival of the human race. I have faith that your dealings with Cerberus will be ethical. I trust you, Commander.
Leaving the Alliance?
Doctor, you've been with the Alliance for years. Why leave now?
After the Normandy was lost, the surviving crew was reassigned. I was stationed at the Mars Naval Medical Center, a very respectable position, but it wasn't on a starship.
You need to fly?
Colonial military life isn't for you?
I've spent most of my life on warships, never knowing what the next mission might bring. I'm used to the hum of engines, the creaking of bulkheads, that subtle vertigo when the momentum dampeners kick in. Life planetside is just too static, too boring.
And the odds of survival? Did I ask that? I didn't think I did.
There's a very good chance this mission will be a one-way trip. Are you prepared for that?
I've been through the reclaiming of Shanxi, the Skillian Blitz. We survived the Battle of the Citadel and the destruction of the Normandy together. I've lived a full life. No regrets. I'd like to make sure the crew gets the same opportunity.
Okay, that's good. 1 second, guys. It's raining and I'm going to close the window. Okay, I'm back. Need anything?
Do you have everything you need?
I believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on the original Normandy. Only thing missing are my private reserves. I even had a bottle of Ceres Ice Brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
I'll get you another.
I'll keep an eye out for a replacement.
Shopping and brandy.
Oh, you needn't. It's expensive, and we have much larger concerns ahead.
Well, I'll try and find one and return it to you if I can, if I find one on
I'll
my...
see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
Travels. Find brandy. Find a bottle of Ceres Ice Brandy at a store somewhere. +2 Paragon. I mean, I don't mind getting Paragon with my companions. The missions are where I'm going to choose the Renegade options. So talking might be quite Paragon-esque.
Access to the AI core is restricted.
Okay, what is my status? Yeah, I'm still more Renegade, but understandably quite a bit Paragon since I'm talking to a lot of people at the moment. Yeah, so I still need to get the teams. That's what I've done. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to go for Morden first. Anything else to explore in here? There's another level, isn't there, actually? Yes, I believe we have a 4th level. Engineering. No team members on here at the moment, but we'll have a look anyway. Monitoring station. UT-47 Kodiak drop shuttle.
The Systems Alliance UT-47 drop shuttle landing craft holds 12 soldiers in a cramped, uncomfortable cargo bay and 2 more in the cockpit. Officially named the Kodiak, the drop shuttle is better known to Alliance Marines as the Combat Cockroach, due to its appearance and durability. The vehicle's robust environmental sealant technology exposes few vulnerable parts to the elements. First tested in the sulfuric acid clouds and extreme temperatures of Venus, the Kodiak can land in hard vacuum, high pressure, and temperatures from near absolute zero to over 900 degrees Celsius. A true contragravitic vehicle.
I guess this is like the Mako then?
Kodiak's substantial element zero core allows flight by entirely countering the vehicle's mass.
Or
its small
flying out of Normandy and then dropping a Mako type of
So if the MassEffect
device
fails, the vehicle becomes a proverbial 3 million credit coffin.
Jesus.
The unarmed shuttle forgoes weaponry space for active masking, electronic countermeasures, and a robust kinetic barrier system, ideal for dropping troops undetected.
Very well. Okay, engineers. Daniels? We had an Adams, didn't we, in the first game?
You came all the way down here to see us?
Yes, I did.
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
Shape up. Hello. No shape up.
I didn't hear an officer on deck. I run this ship military.
I'm just pranking them. I'm such an asshole.
Yes, sir. I mean, no, sir.
Won't happen again, sir.
At ease. Who are you?
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually. I'm responsible for the propulsion systems.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Like the accent, love the Scottish accent. Feelings on Cerberus.
What do you think about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission and who's in charge.
We're off to kick the collectors right in their daddy bags. That's enough.
I like this Donnelly. Gabby joining Cerberus?
How did you end up with Cerberus, Gabby?
Kenneth and I have been partners in crime since we graduated from Tech Academy. When he got the Cerberus offer, I insisted that it include me. He'd fall apart without me.
Thanks, Mum.
Also, I love Indians, and the Normandy is state-of-the-art. When I got the opportunity to work on her, I had to jump.
Ken?
So how did you get an offer to join Cerberus, Ken?
Once you were gone, the Alliance brass descended like vultures, tearing apart everything you'd said. I was very public with my defense for you. I didn't hold back.
That's an understatement. If Kenneth wasn't such a talented engineer, they'd have court-martialed him for insubordination.
But it got me noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer, and here I am.
And your training?
Where did you receive your training?
It said Tech
Both
Academy,
Gabby
didn't
and
they?
I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
But you left the Alliance?
Why did you leave the Perugia?
After you died, Anderson lost political clout. The Council backslid on the Reaper menace.
They discounted Sovereign as an isolated threat, as a single...
Which was bullshit. They said your warnings of a greater danger were mistaken or delusional.
We lost respect for Alliance leadership.
That's a fair point, that they did lose respect, I mean. Do you need anything? Any shopping? Any brandy? Any food?
Are you set up okay down here?
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FBA arrays.
Kenneth, you're complaining.
What's the issue?
What kind of problems are you having?
When they upgraded the Normandy design, they got a bit sloppy with the FBA couplings. I won't bore you with the tech, but there is an array of attenuators in the primary power transfer system that channels the field bleed.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In short, if we had T6 FBA couplings installed, it'd save us a lot of maintenance time each day.
Why don't you have them?
Why isn't something like that already installed?
It's probably just a design oversight. Efficiency isn't affected, it's a maintenance issue.
Also, the T6 model can be hard to find. Nash and Stellar Dynamics discontinued them.
We could probably find used ones in the Omega markets, but we have no time for shore leave.
Okay, I can find one for you. Goodbye.
Carry on.
More shopping.
Will do, Commander.
I will do so.
I'm amazed Shepard came down to see us.
I told you he would.
+2 Renegade for that, that's nice. Okay. ED.
What's this area of the ship?
Normandy's cargo deck.
I think I did this already.
It includes facilities to rearm and repair Normandy's embarked ground vehicle and shuttle.
My last ship didn't need a shuttle. Why do we have one?
This ship is nearly twice the mass of the previous Normandy. It is more difficult to land the ship on high-gravity worlds.
Fair point.
Access to this room is currently restricted.
I don't know why I keep trying that. I know it's red, but... Okay, so we've done this. I guess it's just to the subdeck. Don't know why I'm down here, but might as well have an explore. Oh, people sleeping here? Just checking I can still run. Yes, I can. It's not zoomed in as the first game. Okay. Seem to have finished down here. Where's the lift? Just loops around. Okay, just checking. Done all of this, I think. So let's go to the main deck.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Okay. Unread messages. I haven't, as far as I'm aware. Can I do her appearance? Because, she's been genetically modified. So I can modify her appearance too. Is that why I can't do Jacob's, or...? It's an interesting one. Quick save before I go on the map. Just having a look at it. Okay, Normandy crash site. Ah, okay, this is how I get over. Interesting, okay. Unexplored. I just fly around. Can I not? Can I? Yeah, I can land. Well, I'm not sure if I can. Okay, I can enter orbit. Buy fuel. So I've got 0 out of 1,000. Okay. I'm not sure what to do with the fuel. Like, do I have to buy it for it to work, or is it a pointless thing? Not pointless, that's not the word. But when do I buy it? What do I do with it? I think my next destination is... Where's the Citadel, by the way? Can I move out? Okay, no. Batala. I'm not going to the Citadel yet, but how does one get to the Citadel? Is it in the mass relay? I'm having too much fun with this. Okay. Right, I'm gonna end this episode here. Next time I'm gonna go to Omega, I think, or Amiga. Yeah, the fuel and how to get to the Citadel, I think, are my main 2 questions. So I might have to have a look into that. But yeah, I think I'll end this episode here. It's been very talky, but I think it's necessary to sort of, when you're on a new thing like this, to explore everything, talk to everyone, and then we'll get adventuring next episode. So yeah, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, guys, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.